But do you like that tuning there? So for the guitarist, we'll give a little bit of a masterclass tuning. It's also a very good story about the tuning. A pre-Yom Kippur story. I call this tuning for Ido, huh? No. It sounds a little bit like a sass also, right? You hear that? Anyway, so I was playing this concert in Haifa. I thought he was going to show up tonight, but they couldn't get a car. After the show, this really long-haired Israeli kid with like tattoos every place of his body and earrings. Every place you can put an earring, the kid had an earring. So I lived in Israel long enough to know, oh, this is just a nice kid from Jerusalem, you know. This is it. If I was in like, you know, in the Bronx, I might be a little bit nervous, you know. I don't know what's going on here. And I just know there's a guy from, you know, the Krayot, and he's bored. So he's a nice kid. He says, wow, Lazer, I really like the music, you know. He said, I want to jam with you. He says, I like also the blues. He says, can we jam? I said, you know, I want to jam with you, but, you know, it's very late and I got to get home. So anytime you want to come to Beit Shemesh, everyone's invited. Everyone here is invited. I mean, we already said hello, so you're also invited. You want to come for Shabbos on your Otzma program, you're invited. Everyone's here. You're invited. Ami, you're invited with your family. You know. I don't know if I have room for the horses, but you know, can come. So anyway, Ido, he says he wants to come. So I gave him the number, and I live in the Hasidic neighborhood in Beit Shemesh. One day I get a telephone. Ido says, Lazer, what street is it? I said, he didn't tell me, like, he didn't, like, ask if I'm going to be home. It's just, like, it's like, I said, wow, this is, I said, I was a little bit nervous because, you know, normal people, they say, you know, you think tomorrow you'll be around or whatever. So Ido, he says, yeah, I'm not going to tell him no. You know, it was one night my wife was going to see me. We were going to drink tea under my passage. She was all happy about this. It happens like twice a year, and, you know. Anyway, it was me and my wife and Ido, and so he comes. But everything, you know, this real thing that I know, the deepest teaching of the Yom Kippur is in all the deep Hasidic books. I know that you guys are very deep. I usually don't give Hasidus over in blues concerts, but I just see the neshamas here are so deep. So the deepest thing is there that if we want Hashem to receive us and we want to have a good year, the main thing is we have to know that we're not above anyone else in the world. And for sure, anyone else in Am Yisrael. If we think I'm like better than anyone else, or like there's someone I am judging, it's like that's the first thing we have to get rid of to have any sort of luck with Hashem giving us some type of good things this year. So I already, you know, Baruch Hashem, I learned that there's no doubt I'm going to learn something from Ido. So anyway, we're jamming on the Merpeset, and he's not really so great, but knows a few chords. And anyway, in the middle, he says, Lazer, what do you think of this? He says, you know, I really love Led Zeppelin and Jimmy Page. I love those tunings. You know, I saw you really got that down over there, huh? You know, Jimmy Page, if you get crazy and you can't figure out the song, it took me a few years to realize he tunes the guitar much different than we have it in some of those songs. Like Kashmir and all these things. You go online. Today, you just have to go online. In my days, you had to, like, flip over the beds and do all sorts of hallucinogenic things till you finally figured out how to tune the guitar like Jimmy Page. But so anyway, he says, I love those tunings. But he says, Lazer, I just got back from India, and I love the way that music in India and the tunings. He says, what do you think? I found this tuning that it's half India, half Jimmy Page. So my wife, she's already like a little bit nervous that the neighbors, you know, they already know there's wild people show up at my house, and she's like, come on. So I said, okay, let's hear this. So he tunes it, and for like 2 years I've been in Ido land. I sit at the night, just, you know. right? You got it, guys? So I'm very interested. So anyway, I'll give you the trick now. There's no thirds. So let's say it's an E. This becomes a D. The E becomes a D. Now this, the G goes up to a B. No, wait 1 second. The G goes up to a, no, goes up to an A. The B goes up to a D and the E goes down to a D. So these two are octaves. Okay, then you got to pay extra for this. This is not allowed to crowds. I got to get a little bit more money. So now I have to take it. Okay. Now I'm going to tune regular tuning here. We'll go back to the blues. You learn something new every day, and it's not a wild concept. It says in Pirkei Avot, Ben Zoma says, right? Debbie, mi ze chacham? Vishilomed mikol achad. Whoever learns from every person, this is a smart person. So that's the blues deal with Ido's blues. I'm going down to the station to buy myself a ticket home. I'm going down to the station to buy myself a ticket home. Yes, I got lost on that highway a long time ago. Can you help me, Mr. Conductor? 'Cause my sense of direction's gone. Can you help me, Mr. Conductor? Well, my sense of direction is gone. I got lost on that highway, yeah, such a long time ago. I got lost in Atlanta, Georgia, in Memphis, Tennessee. They found me in Dallas, Texas, looking like a cowboy on speed. I got lost on that highway such a long time ago. I'm going down to the station to buy myself a ticket home. Well, the train pulled in from station to station. Conductor says, son, you and me were left all alone. Well, the train pulled in from station to station. Son said, yo, we're left all alone. Looks like you got lost on that highway. Yes, such a long time ago. Oh, well, I still have not found my station. And I feel such a long way from home. No, I still have not found my station. And I feel such a long way from home. Yes, I got lost on that highway such a long time ago. I got lost on San Francisco and then across the Butte. On the streets of Tel Aviv, I paid my debts, paid my dues. I got lost on that highway such a long time ago. I'm going down to the station to buy myself a ticket home. Lost on the highway. Yeah.